Okay, looks like we are finally live. For those of you on Twitch, you get the intro twice. For those of you on YouTube, we had a little bit of an issue with YouTube connecting. So, what's up, everybody? My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. We are going to look at Shadow of Skelos and Shadow of Skelos 2, Volume 2 today. We have the mod author with us, Xenia, and we're going to get right into it. Good morning, Xenia, or good afternoon for you. How are you today?
I am very great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Yeah, thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. We have a ton to get into, like an absolute ton to get into, don't we?
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. So let's say hello to chat. Nitty, how you doing? Stormbringer, hello, how are you? Ranger Green's in the house, hello. True Lady Death, hi, how's it going?
Yes,
Alrin.
that's currently me.
Oh, okay, very cool. Awesome. Alrin Storm, how are you? Death Cult Gaming, hello. Turu, how's it going? Go, Senja, go. Awesome. We've got, good things coming in for you already. Ranger over there on Twitch coming in with 100 bits already. Thank you so much, buddy. We also have a very cool host by Funcom over on their Twitch channel, so thank you very much for that. Lisa Gamble's in the house. Rico just lurking. That's okay, buddy. Lurking is loving. Let's get into your mod. Let's get into this.
Okay, so where shall we start? It's so much to show.
Yes, there is. So let's start right there. For all of you that are watching, I started building this, as you can see on screen, and what I was really trying to do was kind of draft a story around the mod like I do. And as I moved through my building, I realized that there was so much that unless I postponed this video for a week or so, I wasn't going to get the ability to do that. So we're going to start with the story, and then we're going to move on to just kind of the items that are in it and the massive mod that you've built. Like, how long have you been working on this?
Oh my gosh. Well, I started in April last year with modding in general, and originally it was never planned or intended to do such a huge mod. When starting, I just wanted to decorate sewers I built on our server under the main town, so to say. It was connected via PP portals, and so we had to put the sewers somewhere outside on the mountains, and I really wanted to have the feelings of going dark and creepy and hanging cobwebs and slime webs and whatever, and I really was missing that placeables to use to decorate my dungeon, so to say. That was when I started to come up with the idea, hey, well, there are so many mods outside, it shouldn't be that difficult to do. And yeah, so I reached out to Gia from Savage Steel, and she was very nicely and explained the first steps of modding. And yes, that was the day everything started. And yes, I found so many nice assets where I thought, okay, that would be cool to use on our server, and that would be very nice, and that would be awesome. And yeah, so finally, a year and even more afterwards, it's a huge amount of things, of everything. So I even had to start a volume 2, and I'm not done yet. I have so many assets in my backlog too that I want really to include in my mod, and yeah, so
that's awesome.
More to come.
So there you go, chat. Someone that was building a Conan got inspired, said we need X in Conan Exiles, right? This is missing in Conan Exiles, and they just decided to make it. I mean, that's really what you're saying. You decided that, hey, this is missing, I'm going to make it. And that is absolutely awesome. Real quick, chat. I may have hidden a few things around for you to just notice on your own. I will show you one, okay? And then maybe you guys will notice some other places. But if you look back here behind there on that pile of seed or grain that's back there, you can see just a cute little chick pecking away at the seed back there.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys will notice those little things that I tried to add around. I may point some of them out, but if you guys see them before I mention them, go ahead and jump in chat and let me know that you've noticed it.
There's a funny side note to add, especially as a chicken. I decided to not overlap with Savage Steel. So they got all the parent chickens, and here we got the little chicks.
That's
so
awesome.
It's an absolutely addition to Savage Steel.
That's awesome. And actually, we have a question from chat that wants to know if the mod has hamsters too.
No, not yet.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not sure if I haven't got any assets in my backlog, so I really need to check. But I cannot say in the moment.
Okay.
True enough.
So let's start kind of right here, and I know it's raining, chat, and it's kind of always raining here. Actually, let me see if I could just turn the rain off for the video here.
Yeah.
And that will make things all the better if we can. Usually go through and apply this a couple of times. Green Ranger is over there on Twitch doing his thing again. Rock Troll 2002 and Turu both just got a gift sub from Ranger Green. Thank you so much for your support and generosity, buddy. Okay, so it looks like the rain is subsiding. That's good. So let's talk a little bit about the immersion that you've got going on here. So baskets of food, empty baskets. Talk to me about your kind of vision, your thought process on adding kind of these immersive items into your mod.
Well, my origin is a roleplay server, a German-speaking roleplay server, and so I'm very into the Conan lore. I even bought every PDF file from the tabletop game. In German, it's pen and paper, as we call it, but I guess you're calling it tabletop. And we really get all the background information which, for example, Funcom hasn't provided us yet, into our server, and that's why I'm really focusing when I edit assets that it fits to the lore. For example, you never ever will see me doing any lightsabers or any whatever. It just have to fit into the Conan lore and be have some purpose for roleplay. This is really, really important. And for the docs here, for example, I really had a look up to Wikipedia. So where does it come from? Could it fit theoretically somewhere in the Hyperborean land, in the Hyperborean area? Could it be possibly be somehow connected to the world that Howard imagined when writing Conan? And yes, it is the case, and so that's why I included them.
That's awesome.
And I really do this check for every single placeable item, animal, whatever.
Well, I think you may have gone overboard with the cucumber. I'm not sure that cucumbers existed in that age. I'm just picking on cucumbers. That's all it is. Here's another little pup for you guys over here hiding. Little pug having a scratch and hanging out. So the other thing, like, my goodness. Just so much. Like this is not a table that that is placed with all these things on it. Chat, like you see workbenches that you place them down and they have stuff on them. Good example is like this writing desk had most of that stuff already on there. This is actually a table that I set up with different assets from the mod, just different things that I think would be sitting around at a blacksmith's bench. So each one of these items I placed by hand and just allowed me to really inject my creativity into it. So
It's very awesome.
Ranger says I need to eat my vegetables. I have no idea what you're talking about, Ranger. Let's see. Aren't there lions or something like that in the game? Maybe the cucumber is for keeping those away. Yes, I believe you're absolutely correct. Freddie, I don't know how to read your comment. If you want to do it again in English, I'll be happy to call it out. Okay, so also, for those of you that are in chat, if you have any questions for Xenia today, please feel free to post them and I will get to them. Or if you just want to show some love, whatever, that's good too. So, I'm going to go over here to this well. And I do want to show this waterfall that we've got going on here. Now, do you know how many waterfalls you have currently?
Gosh.
See, the technical
20,
questions.
28.
28.
That are placeable on the floor, and I guess the same amount as placeables to attach to a wall.
That's awesome.
So quite a lot.
That is awesome. So, chat, I'm gonna just jump around here, but so here's a standard waterfall, and you've got options for different colors depending on where you're building it and what the water looks like in that area. If we go over here, we have the blood version of the waterfall, and that allows you to really immerse yourself in kind of a story, right? Like, what's the story? Like, you can place a waterfall just because it's beautiful, and they are beautiful, but you can also craft it around your story. And I think a lot of that probably comes from your experience in roleplay, right?
Yes, absolutely correct.
Freddie, I'm not sure that she is reading chat. That's why I said we've got a German, I believe it's German, message in chat. I don't know if you have that open or not, but
Yes, at least I'm reading Twitch. Yes.
okay. It actually says greetings from the wild south of Germany. Awesome. Thanks for joining, Freddie. Appreciate it.
Greetings back.
Yeah, there you go. And then I kind of just I just kept going with it, and then I said, if I continue on this path, I'm never gonna get anything else built.
Oh my gosh, so many waterfalls.
Yes, and they are so much fun to place and build. Let's see, wait, is that a custom waterfall? Yeah, there are. Like we said, or you said there was 28 different waterfalls. Some place from the ground up, and some place from the like a wall down. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then
4 different sizes and 7 different colors each.
And then we have, just little things like the water-filled jars, the ones that have tipped over. I mean, everything that you would think is possible to happen in kind of the real world, I feel like you can achieve within your mod.
And what's the origin behind the water-filled jug? You can use it as well. So you are able to use it via pressing E, and it's you're drinking. So you don't need to have a well outside. It's very huge. You can place that little well in your tavern, and you do not risk to die by thirst.
That's awesome. I didn't actually know. I placed them all, but I never went back and interacted with them. Now, chat, something...
Also,
Go ahead.
a little addition, fun fact, if you drink out of it, you can see the leverage of the water sinking, and it will be refilled after a short amount of time.
I don't know which one I'm drinking out of. I can't find it. I can't find it. That's okay. So, chat, I want to show you guys something real quick. See this this statue here? This actually is not part of the well. I went around and placed those afterwards. But you could see how it comes together, right? And when I'm putting together builds for mods, and this is the reason why I build them, I don't have anybody else build them, is I like to play with them and see what I can achieve and accomplish, and that gives me other questions for you as well. But the fact that, first of all, they look like they go together, and the fact that I can sink them in there and make them look like they go together is epic. Like, I got so excited when I was able to do that.
Thank you.
Let's see. I want this on console. Wish Funcom would get their stuff together when it comes to mods. Yeah, Legend Daddy, I don't know that console could ever handle the amount of mods, the amount of information that's in the mods. And maybe that leads me to another question. So you have Shadow of Skelos Extended, and you have Shadow of Skelos Volume 2. Why 2 mods and not just one?
Well, it's a short explanation than long. It's a size issue. So when it comes to sizes, we experience that a mod size of around 2 gigabytes cannot be handled very good. So the smaller it is, the better it is. And my mod size went up to, I guess, 1.8 gigabytes already. Later on, Funcom introduced us the possibility to compress the file size, so it was shrink down, but I decided that I still want to split up mods, do not include everything into one, because Steam experiences issues with huge mod files, and we also experienced that some server hosters there are oddities when it comes to updates. So the bigger the mod is, the more or the higher the chance is that Steam messes it up and the file got corrupt, the servers won't update, so the people have to manually upload it via FTP, and that's a problem every huge mod has, and it's nothing we as a mod author can do about, except try to do not increase size to a really huge amount.
Awesome. So there you go, chat. Basically, the bigger it gets, the more problems it causes. And so, first of all, you guys, as a modding community, they will make multiple mods to keep it within a size range. I can tell you, I have been on games that have up to 69 mods loaded on them, and it takes half an hour to get loaded up into that kind of a game. So, yeah. So, to answer the question on consoles, hopefully they can figure out a way to make it work, but it's not just Funcom holding the strings and saying, no, you guys can't have mods. There's a lot of other things going on, from can the console handle it to will Sony allow it, all sorts of different things. So, all right, let's go in our little blood ritual dungeon thing. This is where the blood waterfall comes out, and you can see we have some magical stuff going on up here. And like I said, I kind of was getting into a lot of this and going, okay, I'm going to build this great story, and at some point I just kind of had to back off and say, okay, I just need to focus on getting everything I can into the video. So, but you guys can see what you can achieve, what kind of story you can put together from this kind of mod and the things that are in here. Let me check chat real quick because I think I've neglected you guys over there. I'm sorry. What the heck was that? That was a Komodo dragon, I think is what you were talking about at that point in time. True. Let's see. Mod size is restricted on Xbox. Yep, it'd be the same on PS4. Mods are a lot harder to implement on console. Absolutely. Fun fact. The bears are translated wrong and called Kellner in German, which is the word waiter. So when you are in German version, you can have a battle waiter fighting with open or broken glass. That's awesome. That is very funny. Okay, all right. Welcome, Jen. To everybody who's followed, let's see. Freddy Krueger followed. True followed. Yeah, so thank you very much for that. I did see a question earlier on these mods and whether they were on my server. They absolutely are. Both of these mods are on the server, and I think the Waterfalls, are those admin spawn only?
No, no, let's step
back.
Step back.
Okay.
Really. So everything in the mod is by default admin spawn only, but there are several recipes put for an admin to spawn or set up via PP. You can include it in a kit and assign it as loot on different monsters or whatever, or you can put it into social immersions and simply buy it or trade it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And with this recipes, you're able to learn a feat, and within this feat, mostly, I guess, up to 95% of every item is clustered, and you can build it as a player. So yes, waterfalls can be built by players, can be crafted by players, if your admin decides that he trusts you enough to give you that recipe.
Awesome. Yep. So I think that was Beast that was asking. Beast, we'll just get with Jovi and see what recipes he has around the world already, because I know he's got thespians around that you can go and get those from already. Jen, thanks for lurking. Appreciate it. Bourbon has a question. So I need to run both mods.
No, you can run each separately, but if you're just using Volume 2, all items are admin spawn only, because all the recipes for learning stuff are included in Shadows of Skelos Extended, and you need to have learned that feat to be able to learn the corresponding Shadows of Skelos Volume 2 feat.
Okay, fabulous. So
they're independently.
So yes, you can run them independently, and you've got, I think, in looking at your Steam page for both mods, it's got a very good representation of what is in each mod. So just look at the Steam page, kind of figure out which one suits you if you don't want to run both. But I think you probably end up wanting to run both. My personal opinion. I want to show fog real quick. And I've got some fog here. I placed it at a couple of different places. And fog, like, again, the immersion that you get and the ability to tell a story just gets deeper and deeper and deeper with this mod. How hard was fog for you to put together in this mod?
First, I had to find out what fog can be made of. It's not placeable in the original meaning, but it's some particle systems effect. Mm-hmm. So you simply have to put a spot where you say, okay, you are now a emitter, and you have to define and configure what you do want to emit. And for example, here we got some textures that are semi-transparent, which are growing in size, which have velocity, which have directions, where they're spread from, and the more and more fog you add, you see it will become more dense. So the main issue was how to make it placeable. I had to come up with the idea of making some invisible box, which I actually can place. And this is something where the player can place that item too. And the next issue we came over, the box has to be, well, you need to walk through, so it doesn't um, should have any collision. So running around and hitting an invisible wall or whatever, hitting a box is not very immersive.
Yeah, right.
Furthermore, you should be able to put it back up. So my first idea was, okay, pick it up, return it to inventory, and use a stone. But I found out that many players wanted to place a fog, for example, on their ceiling, on stairs or whatever, and it's not very immersive when you have to put down a stone. It doesn't fit everywhere. So I came up with that invisible box. And what are you doing correctly is I invented a system that doesn't collide with the world. But in this way, you can first interact with everything placed within the fog as normal, but you cannot return it to inventory. And so I had to invent the fog X, I call it, to yes, be able to remove it. So you can probably show it again.
Yep.
It's an item you have to put in your shortcut bar, and you get a cross here, which appears in the middle of your screen, depicting the SVS logo. And with it, you can aim on the fog area. And you have to hit the shortcut number to use it and fire, and the item will return to your inventory. And okay, you have to once reload it due to programmatical reasons, but you can return the fog on every place very well. You just have to make sure that, well, you can't aim through a wall, for example. So if you're in a room, it's filled with fog, you only can remove the fog in your room, but not the fog in the next room. So this is made sure.
That's very cool. I actually didn't try it with rooms or walls or anything like that, but that is a very cool feature. Jumping over here to chat, we have Pixel Cave in the house. Pixel Cave, how are you? Good to see you as always. Pixel Cave used Shadow of Skelos and Volume 2 in the first build collaboration that they did with me, and started to use it now in a recent building. Ooh, I'm excited, Pixel Cave. Can't wait to see what you come up with, buddy. Or Team Pixel Cave, as it is, because they are a husband and wife team. They always build awesome stuff. If you guys haven't checked out Pixel Cave, please go over and check them out. Josev is in the house. How's everyone doing today? Josev, we are good. Thank you for joining, coming by. Appreciate it. Confess, how are you? Good to see you. We are looking at the Shadow of Skelos mod family. So we have the extended and the volume 2. Don't ask me what pieces are from what. I don't know.
Well, the more tavern-based stuff is from Volume 2, and all the rest is from Extended.
There you go. Fabulous. Easy way to remember it.
At least for now.
Death Cult Gaming says, yeah, picking up ground fire is much easier now. We will get into that here in a little bit. So, and Josev wants me to say hi for him. So, hello.
Yes, sure, Joseph. I'm very looking forward to you, and I'm so happy that you're here watching. So, welcome.
Awesome. Sir Egbert, how are you? Good to see you. All right, so let's go in in my tower here, and I used the green barrier magic, and I love the green. You know, for those of you that watch my stuff, green is what I do, and this is actually gate size. I used gate size here because I wanted to use it across two doors, but you could also have a gate there, and it would be the right size. Well,
And you can turn it on or off.
She's changing my stuff, chat. She's changing my. So you could let people in or keep them out. Keep them out. I like it.
Yeah, but it's just for roleplay reasons, so it does not block anyone actually.
Sure, that's a good thing to mention. It's not going to stop anybody from entering your base, but it looks absolutely amazing, and we love it.
Thank you.
Should we show them the bed?
Yes,
Should
Why not?
we show them some of the features? Let's show them some of the features. Chat, do you want to see the features?
It's a very current new feature.
So this is a week old, maybe, feature. Just
not even.
Not even. Yeah. So baby steps. It's still in the infantry, but we've got a lot of different options here. So we can actually, if we keep clicking like this, we can have a hide-a-bed, and we'll just like move it up out of our way for daily use, right? So there you go, hide-a-bed. It's gone. We'll just apply that up there, close it. Look at that.
No, you forgot to apply. Oh yes, okay. My stream is lagging behind our live session. Yes.
No worries. And then we can bring it back down when we. Oh, I don't want to crush you.
I have to get out.
We're gonna bring it back down. We're going to put it back on the ground. I'll show you what all the rest of this stuff does. I should have had a different angle here, but let's. There we go. Hey, you know, that's not too bad. That's not too bad by not looking. So we also have material changes. So you can see the pillow there is, ooh, green. We're going to leave it on green. Oh. But yeah, so like you can see there, chat, it changes to different colors. That looks good to me. We got nice black satin sheets and a sweet green pillow. That'll be perfect for sleeping on. Let's see. I'm sure there is questions in the chat now. Too bad is nothing for you as a small person to go on a ladder at hand. Okay. Used the green barrier when I built Mordor in the volcano. Very cool. Show the bed. Yeah. Let's see. Mod looks fantastic. Currently downloading from stream. That's awesome, Mondo. Welcome to the stream again. Good to see you. Almost had an accident on stream. Yeah, I almost crushed Xenia. It would have been bad. It would have been bad. Although, hey, what are you doing to my bed? My bed. Look at all this. Look at all the stuff you could do, chat.
Rotating it a little bit.
It's gone. You broke it.
Oh, it's gone. I guess it's
it's
somewhere downside within the foundation.
It's gone, chat. It's gone. So you definitely want to be careful when you are using that particular feature because, as you see, it's now under there.
You can sink it into the ground for the size of one foundation, and you can also lift it up or put it to the right or to the left with the size of one foundation. It will come handy when you're in moving statues, for example. I guess we can show it later on.
Sure.
So, but yes, be careful when you turn it, flip it around, and sink it into the ground. It may vanish.
There's also another thing that I read about that feature is you should not do that if you have another placeable on top of it.
Yes, correctly, because
it's only going to move. It's only going to move the one, right?
And no, it's current an implementation issue, or well, it's the way it is designed or set. You are not currently move the whole placeable, but only a mesh. This means the anchor points, or so to say, the collision boxes will stay the size and the place where you originally had placed it. So this is why you're able to lift it up into the air and it won't vanish when you restart the server, for example. So this is very handy when you want to put some placeables to look like it would be attached to a wall. So it's currently flying, but it isn't attached, and so isn't lost. But when you place an item onto that item you want to move, and you change the mesh, the attachment point might go lost, and so I am not taking any guarantees that placed items on top of the moved items will be there still after server restart.
That makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I also, chat, I did put, throughout this build, I did put all the different pillars that are in the mod. So this is one of the textures of pillars, and you can see it's in 2 different sizes here. And I'll show you where the other pillars are as we continue through all the building. Here's another style. Very, very cool styles there. You can see there they are stacked. Then we have a Savage Craft Station. Very cool looking. I love how it all comes together and the design of that. We do have
I guess we missed some question from Huzaf.
Yeah.
The collision update while you are making the changes. Currently, it will ignore collision, so the item will be some kind of teleported to its state. So we have to make sure that it isn't blocked. Else, you wouldn't be able to, for example, sink it to the ground because the foundation would block the movement.
Very cool. Televor, how's it going?
Also, why I limited translation size. So you're not able to write a statue across the exiled lands, or you are not able to, for example, place an item on your ground and move it with hundreds of clicks to the next base and block the door there, for example. This is not possible.
Very cool. So some built-in mechanics to keep people from exploiting different game mechanics. I like that.
Yes, correctly.
So let's talk magic circles, and we can actually go down. So kind of showed off a few here, chat. So here's the green one. I really like that one. There's actually 2 different styles here, so you can see kind of the little ones here and a large one, and these actually don't they're not the same thing. So you can see this one's water and this one's just a magic circle. Again, over here I think we have fire, and then again just a magic circle. But these are so much fun. Like, yes. You can see, like, I would have gone even more crazy, like put them absolutely everywhere, but I restrained myself as I was doing this. But I did. I think I have a representation of every single one up here. So tell me a little bit about your what got you started with these.
Well, I found it very sad that there wasn't any magic implemented. And it was one of the features that was once told that we got it, but it is not yet implemented. Maybe it will come one day, I don't know. But in the lore of Conan, you are able to do magic, even if magic is a very evil thing and you got corrupted and probably even became insane. But you are able to do summoning evil beings from the outer dark is happening so often. And I think here in the exiled lands, there are also some stuff going around which might fit to probably summoning a bad entity. And yes, I wanted to have some visual effects for getting this done, making it true, and you can yes, enable each magic circle, for example, to be turned off. So you really have to know where you placed it. And when
Right.
you play, for example, and then you say, okay, I'm drawing that thing, you can set it back on so it appears and it adds another, well, atmospherical thing for roleplay.
That's awesome. Turu says, so many magic circles reminds me of that spirograph toy back in the 90s or whatever the English name was. Yeah,
Oh,
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. I loved mine. This is absolutely awesome. And you've done a really good job of giving a lot of different style, a lot of different just beautiful designs. Now, did you find these and put them together, or how were these kind of, how'd you find the art?
Well, well, they are originally some assets I bought from the Unreal Market store, so it is not an original item designed by me. I just had the work to bring it into the game, and it really uses the technique of particle systems and emitters quite a lot. So we have, for example, this one, you see these sparkles flying around. You have other effects probably attached, and then you got those which I call less flashy versions, which has a really smooth, really slow animation on it, and it is not that hasty, for example, as the normal versions.
Awesome. Bourbon actually has a question about the workstation. He wants to know if any of the thralls can be placed on the workstations.
Oh, well, as I do mainly focus on role play, it's hard for me to design items and think about how long it may be take to craft an item and how can it be go faster or go slower. And this is why I simply removed the ability to let thralls craft items. Each item has the crafting duration of 5 seconds. So it's really, really fast. And I guess only the placeable campfire has the ability to add a thrall into it, and it's just a normal program.
Okay. Fabulous. Fabulous. And I'm pretty sure I have that campfire down here in the bar. There you go. So thrall station for
Correctly.
that right there.
Correctly. So this is also an admin spawn only item because crafting times are very increased. So you can really cook a huge amount of food in a very slow amount of time, so to say. And
Short period of
it
time. Yep.
might be, well, not wanted by admins or might destroy, I don't know, the engine. But you do not have to insert much fuel, so it will really burn long. So this is, you don't have to go grind and can save evening or a day with role play and it does not turn off.
Gotcha. Very cool. Some more pillars here, guys, if you want to see those styles. And I think I put most of the candles up here. So a lot of different styles of candles there. I did not get all the wall hanging candles on there, but kind of a representation of the different colors and whatnot is on here, and then kind of the matching ability on all of those. Here you go, turning candles off and on. I mean,
Yeah.
just showing mod functionality. Whack, come on now. And then candelabras as well, as you guys can see up there in the peaks of the building. Those are in there. And I really, really like. Pixel Cave brought up the build collab that we did. I used those everywhere in my build. Any place that I could figure out a place to put those candelabras, I did it. Because those are fabulous. Actually, let me fly up and give chat just a little bit better look at them here. I mean, look at that, chat. Like, so awesome.
Yes, I had to include a candle emitter on each candle manually to make it look like every candle is burning. In fact. And also you can turn it on or off, as you like.
Right. There you go. There you go. We're going to leave it on because I'm afraid of the dark, so... So then more into the ability to kind of create a story, create the role play environment. And I just did a quick little setup of, say, like a kind of a patio bar, right? We've got some beer and chairs and different things. And then, you know, like over here, we've got the ability to kind of show that there was a fight or a scuffle or something happened that people left in a hurry and knocked tables over and chairs, and all of that is in this mod in multiple ways, right?
Yes, you even can sink in the chairs a little bit lower so they can be, well, visually be attached to the floor. But I made them leverage a little bit because in this way you can rotate it a little bit and, for example, lean it to a wall or whatever.
So you guys can
So
see.
there's a huge variety of positions, and yes, you can set it in the way you need. And later on, I can imagine I will make it fully movable and rotationable, so you can even use it in a better way.
Very cool. And I showed that the ability to kind of tilt it and pan it with the one cushion back here, kind of leaning up against the wall like it fell against the wall, and just so much ability for you guys to tell your story. Or you know, we talk a lot about the role play because you designed it for that, but this stuff is beautiful just for builders, right? Like, builders love this stuff as well. So role play or not, there's so much in this mod that that you can throw in your build and just enjoy the fact that it's there.
Yeah, so I see we got another question from Freddy Krueger.
Sure.
Do these lamps work with a lamplighter thrall? I guess they do. So as far as I remember, I had some lamplighter placed next to some candle holders, candelabrums on my server, and I think they set it on and off. So yes.
Very cool. All right, let's head out here. I wonder if Stormbringer happens to still be in chat. We'll see. But we're gonna head over here to some of the animals that are out here.
Oh yes. So I guess I was inspired by another mod made by, I guess, Ulrun Storm and Dr. Nash, where you can add cats and other animals which are currently placeables. And they don't run around, and you can, well, place them in a barn or whatever you come across. And yes, I like that they actually do move, and it looks like they are living.
Yeah, very cool. Storm, there you go. I picked this tent out specifically for you. This is Stormbringer's tent, and it's guarded by some cute little dogs. So anytime I find something that is close to this color in a mod, I always think of Stormbringer and make sure that I add that into the mod or into the build, for that matter.
Yeah.
And a zebra.
Yeah. It's one zebra-like color, of course. We got lots of horses in this mod too, even before they were implemented officially by Funcom. So yes, there is a horse.
Yep.
Because I really missed one badly for roleplay purpose. Currently, it's only placeable and not mountable, not rideable. But I guess, or what I plan to do is, with the help of Hosaf, that we probably even make it mountable. So I got all the conditions for let them walk and everything, and yes, it's just a matter of, well, explaining me how to do, and then some work, and probably I can manage to do so.
Did we just get a sneaky peek at something to come in the future? Possible something
Probably,
to come?
at least it's planned. I don't know if I'm really able to, but I really wanted to do that.
That's awesome. Okay, so Josef and you have your work cut out for you for sure. All right, chat. So let's see. So yes, Stormbringer is Stormy. If you know who Stormy is, that is Stormbringer. Yes. Most people know her by Stormy. And let's see. I first added SVS mod because of the horses. Okay, very, very cool. How's it going, M-Band? Good to see you. Zebra was a nice treat. Absolutely. Yo Soy Han Solo says, hello, Xenia. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
David says, awesome show. A pink stormy tent. Yes. Anything. Yes. Pink stormy tent has magical powers.
Yes. But it's not the only color we got this, that tents. We have some blue and green and sand-like colors, which are a little bit more immersive. Yes. So this pink was, well, a little Easter egg.
I saw it and I was like, oh, that's where I'm going, right then and there. So let's talk about water pains, and blood pains. Right? So, as you can see, chat, these are not something that you can't drink out of them. No drinking the water pain, no drinking the blood pain. But it, again, adds to the ability to kind of make your style build, adds to immersion, kind of whatever you want to use it for.
Correctly. Originally, I came up with the idea of that water planes because when designing the waterfalls, I thought, okay, and at the end of the waterfall, where does it go?
Yes.
The water doesn't vanish. So of course you can place some pots or whatever, or just make a hole, but it doesn't look really like to be suitable for roleplay. So I designed that planes, so it could work as an endpoint for the waterfall, for example, within a building. And then I came up with the idea, okay, it was just one foundation size, but what about doing 2 foundation sizes long, so you can build channels with it. So you can even make some sewers, for example, with these planes, or, well, bathing pools if you have bigger sizes, 2 multiplied by 2, for example, 4 fields in size, or even 9 fields in size. So this was where I came up with all that planes.
Very cool.
Yes, and they are a little bit animated, and I even got some swamp figures and even some what is it called? Um, making the parallel. Okay, just let me
Yeah.
fetch the corresponding plane, and I'll show you the
Okay.
scum
Yep.
pond. Yes,
Go for it.
correct, the scum pond. I called it. What you can do with scum pond.
So let's
It
see.
was
Well, while you're doing that, let's cover a couple of questions from chat. So Ranger Green would like to know: will you make Rottweilers or draft horses? I'm guessing that it would have to fit within Conan lore for you to actually want to do that.
correctly. So first of all, it has to be fitting to the lore, and second, I need the assets. So
Yeah.
mostly all assets I buy in the Unreal Market store, and it's I just started to learn how to design them by myself from scratch. It takes a lot of time, a lot of workflow steps to implement and create those. So mostly you see things other people have made and designed, and which are well free for everyone to buy in the store and implement. And yeah, it's just my work to get it Conan Exiles ready.
Very
So
cool.
I have no assets currently for anything mentioned,
Okay.
like Rottweilers.
Fantastic. All right. Sir Egbert would like to know about the water planes, whether they are a fixed size and shape. That's a yes, they are.
Yes.
And I'll go ahead and pull up the admin panel and just kind of show what different options there are. So you guys can see, look at the waterfalls, right? Like so many cool waterfalls. And then the water panes. And like I said, there's like blue 1, blue 2, blue 3, green, yellow, blood. So just a lot of different options in there. And then she is showing off the scum pond one. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. Uh, okay, I just have
It's
some
its
overlays.
name really
The building, but
doesn't match
probably
up.
you can show it if you're trying to place it, but not really place it, and move around. You will see. Here, I can give you, or just spawn some yourself. You can see that the texture it has depends on the place where you set it, and it really fits. So here are some scum ponds.
Yeah, very, very, very beautiful.
See, they're filling in quite seamlessly. So it doesn't matter, for example, exactly where I place it. It has no seams.
Let's see. Can you place them vertically?
No.
No. Okay. That would be the waterfalls. You'd place the waterfall and then have whatever pool at the bottom of the waterfall. A waterfall. English is hard, guys. Ranger Green would like to know if there is a link to a donation spot for you so that you can have some help with purchasing mod assets.
Yes, there is some PayPal link. I guess we can include it later on, probably in the description.
Sure. Yeah, so I will, for those of you watching now, I will try to get that, let's say by the end of the stream. And then for anybody that's watching the video later, it'll be in the description of this video. And then I'll make sure that I also link it over on my Discord so that you guys can go and support Xenia in her modding for sure. Okay. Too much 360 makes me dizzy. Sorry. All right. So let's go look at some statues, shall we?
Yes, sure.
So I mentioned kind of during the beginning of the live stream a few little Easter eggy things that I had thrown in, but I haven't seen anybody holler them out yet. So here's a little lizard right here, guys. So cute. Look at him. And then his blew past him, but these little foxes are amazing as well. Like, look at this cute little guy. And this guy's just hanging out. He's waiting for somebody to come bring him some food.
Or cuddle him.
Yes. So I'm gonna start right here at the chessboard and just show off kind of the sizes that are available real quick. So these are extra small statues.
Yes. They are designed to be placed on tables or even on the checkerboard or, for example, on shelves. So you can really design your own shrine for your god the way you like it. You don't need to set up a very huge one for roleplay purpose, or you can well implement it the way with a chessboard. Individually, Conan chess. I really like that idea. I haven't thought about it that my way myself. So yeah, that's very awesome. And you can use them everywhere.
Absolutely. And I couldn't fit them all on the chessboard, so I just kind of placed more of them over here so that you guys can kind of see. I mean, so much. There's so much. It's so cool.
They have a variety of shapes and also textures. We got the mossy ones and some well, granite ones, and I don't know. We even got more. With so many little statues.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, which is awesome. We love it. So then we have larger statues. So you know, like. There's a mini version, there's a larger version, some of them have medium versions.
Correct. It depends on what the original asset has for in size. So when it was the original size, it has a normal version for so to say, and extra large is an increased size, and the little one, small version, is a shrinked one.
And somebody mentioned in chat that the horned statue reminds them of the wizard in Monty Python's Search for the Holy Grail.
Oh, I am currently don't know that reference.
Okay.
It was one of the assets I found that were given out freely from Epic, and well, I thought it was quite fitting, probably some kind of demon horned man. Well, it could suit the lore.
It is super cool. I like it, and I think it fits right in. So, very cool. And you guys can see all the different styles here as I kind of continue on. Truru got a prepared dinner. Thanks for this stream and giving Xenia the opportunity to show and explain her modwack. Xenia, good job. That stuff looks really good. Guess the Conan community can be happy to have you. See you later on Discord. Thank you so much, Truru, for coming, hanging out. Let's see, that scum texture, how it fits to the place. It sets on no seams. That looks hard to mod. Was it hard to mod?
Well, to be honest, it was more kind of an error effect I got, but I thought it to be very cool, so I didn't remove it, and well, now it's a feature and not a bug.
You said it was an error?
Yes.
Oh, it's a happy error.
Yes, it wasn't intended to be like.
That's
it was
fabulous.
To be very the fixed position, and we even got that effect on the throne a jungle throne and a jungle skull throne as well. So if you place it on an other position, you can see that the texture will change slightly.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fabulous. Okay, we're coming back to that, but let's continue with fun stuff that we have going on over here. And you guys can see again different sizes. I placed them because it was just easiest to have them all out and show you guys. But there's actually a way to just change them, and I'm gonna let you do it, and I'm gonna watch, and then I'll show
Yes.
it again from.
So here you have one of the first items that got the, I call it saw, the SVS appearance widget. And we already showed it at the bat. And here you can see that you're also able to change substance. So you start with a little one and you can increase it to maximum size. You can change, for example, the material if it doesn't like gold or iron. You can have granite one. You can change the socle of it to here, like a bright stone or iron or whatever you like. And of course, if you think, okay, that material is looking cool, but the size doesn't is so well, you can shrink it again. You can, of course, rotate it, for example, put it lower, put it higher. Okay, I have to apply to make you see these things. And with it, you can, well, got a wrecked micro temple, for example. When you can put it into the sand somewhere, or with the Decorative statues, you can also, well, reckon some temples.
That's awesome. So, question from chat is: will the size change break the statues in limited space like a shrine does, or will it overlap during the size change? So, I think if I was to build a box around it, put a roof over it, and I made it too big for that area, what would happen?
It won't break, it will just overlap, and it will even overlap after the server restarts, so everything is fine, because like I mentioned earlier, I do not change the hole placeable. The collision boxes, which also could be the reason to break some structures, are still remaining in the place where you positioned it first, and also remain in the size where you positioned it first.
That's awesome.
So you're absolutely fine.
So what she's saying, chat, is if I go up here and I go, I want the biggest statue, and oh, it moved. Oh, it moved. I want it just like that, because he's driving his car with his seat all the way down. Chat, that's what he's doing. Look at that. That is awesome. The fact that you're able to do that and move it around, and really, like, so I don't think Trappist is here, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with Trappist, but Trappist has been on my channel for a few builds that he did, and he used quite a few of the assets from your mod, and he is a fabulous builder, amazing builder. But I know for a fact he's absolutely going to use this ability a ton in his future builds.
So looking forward to see some screenshots. So, but to make clear, this feature is just currently in rollout. So there are just a few items having this feature, and it will increase over the time. I just want to make sure that everything works as intended, and that there are no unforeseen errors or anything. And it would be catastrophe, for example, if I roll out a feature that will mess up your server and destroys every item you once have placed. And oh my gosh,
Yeah,
no! Then I guess I would bury myself and hide and
that would not be
change
fun.
identity. No, absolutely not. So I want to make it as safe as possible, and yes.
Fabulous. And I'd like to welcome Alrin Storm into the chat. Hello, sir. How are you? He says the saw, SAW, is brilliant.
Thank you, Alron.
All right, so moving on, and I got, I placed this towards the end, and I really felt like I needed to have just a little bit of ambiance for these larger guys. But you guys have seen all these guys back on the either the wall or the chessboard, but I thought it just looked cool, them kind of coming out of the fog, and kind of looks like they're coming to attack. I mean, yeah, some of them are sitting, but again, just the ability to tell a story or create whatever you want with this mod is absolutely amazing. So
Yes, you can set up everything on fire, for example.
Legion Daddy, unfortunately, currently there's just no information on mods coming to consoles. It's totally out of the modders' hands and my hands. I'm not even sure it's in Funcom's hands. So kind of a non-answer for you, unfortunately. Makes me want to build a ruin site. Absolutely, Bourbon. Share some screenshots when you do. Tipping and partially
behind.
tipping and partially submerging items. Yep, be really, really cool to do it like near some water, so you could like submerge it underwater and make it look like it's been there a long time and kind of the sand is built up around it. Yeah. Okay. So on the other side of this fog, chat, is something else entirely.
I already spoiled it.
And it's fire. And I kind of hid it with the fog. Interestingly enough, I hid the fire back here. So if you weren't paying attention real closely earlier, you probably didn't see it. And I want to say you have just as many or more fires than you have waterfalls and panes. Is that?
I'm not sure, but well, there are quite a lot.
There is quite a lot. And they all kind of do a little bit different animation, or they're a little bit different size. Some go on the wall, some go on the ground, different things. So you can see I've got the flames on the wall, and I've got the flames on top. Very, very cool.
Different smoking effects. You even got some, well, temperature, blurry effects. And yes, you can really break it down and set it up on fire.
And then again, here, chat. This is used the same way as the fog, where you select the fire extinguisher and take out each one of the fires, and you can see some of them that I placed are very small, like this one here, right? So that's its own bit of fire, where other ones are quite large, and I'll show you just kind of how this works. So just place it there like that, and it starts up. Here's a larger one, and I think this is one where you can actually like kind of stack them, right? So if you have multiples, and you just kind of continue to click, so there's like 5 clicks right there on that bit of fire.
Right, and the white plane is just some visual helper for you to see how large the fire is.
Right.
To make it placed easier.
And just like the what's the word I'm looking for? The waterfalls. Just like the waterfalls, you do have a sound effects with the fire as well, which is rather nice. You get that crackle of the fire, and The smoke is very cool, very immersive. See, can you adjust the heat from the fire? It's a question in chat.
No, it doesn't emit any heat currently. So you can see I can walk around and well do whatever I like. It's just an atmospherical effect. So for example, you really can, for example, use another mod like Exiled Extreme, clothe up as succubus or whatever demon, go put some horns on yourself, and you can stand in the fire and play the evil one. So it's absolutely possible to do. Because if I would add an engine effect, for example, to take damage, then a roleplay wouldn't be possible very good, because you really have a small amount of time before you die, and roleplay can take up some time, and you really should possible to do roleplay.
Absolutely.
So no heat, absolutely, and it's just a visual effect. And what we can do is probably, I know you're afraid of the dark, you said it earlier, but if you could make it dark,
Sure.
let's
Yeah,
see
not a
how the
problem.
fire looks in the dark.
There you go. Dusk is what we've got there. And if you promise not to move, I can make it darker. Just stay still. Oh, all right. I forgot I've got freeze sky on, as I normally do. So let me make it darker. There we go. Nice and dark, and I'll fly back up here. There you go, chat. How awesome is that, right? Alrin says, or when you want to burn a village down during an event.
Yes, correctly. Of course, you also can prepare your village. You can turn off every fire. You just have to, remember where you put it, and then you can switch it on again. Okay, I'm wrong. It was before I changed the placement settings.
Okay, so
bad.
no ability to turn it off.
Old, sure. Yes.
Yeah, but you can still use the same fire, the fire extinguisher, just like you do the fog remover, and I've showed you guys that. So very, very cool. And that actually puts it back into my inventory, so that I can use it again.
And another question: can you put it under a vanilla object, such as a bonfire? Yes, that was the intention of reworking the placement settings. So you're free to put it under a campfire or bonfire, whatever you think, and improve it with these visuals.
Don't know if I'll be able to place them in here like that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. So lots of fun being able to just kind of, again, craft a story around all the different stuff. Ooh, look at those at night, chat. Hold on. Let me get that out of the hotbar and get rid of the hotbar. Look at that at night. Those magic circles are amazing at night.
Yeah, they are. And even the door barrier. So if you fly back to the tower, you also can see the top glowing in a very green way.
In the most perfect green way ever possible. Legion Daddy says, damn, how does anyone enjoy the vanilla game after seeing what is possible if you have more than the official Funcom reskin DLC? How do I unsee this? I'm sorry, Legion Daddy. You're not gonna unsee it. It's just just the way it is. Let's see.
Also, a possible fun fact. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but when I first implemented the fountains with all these sparkling effects, I was very amazed that we got suddenly some fountains as well at the current DLC content. So I don't know if I might have been inspired someone. Probably, I don't know.
Well, I certainly hope so. If not, if you didn't inspire anyone there, you've inspired hundreds and hundreds and thousands of builders for sure, and I'm sure the same amount of role players too.
I hope so.
Absolutely amazing amount of stuff. All right, so what have we not shown? I'm feeling like we really cruised through this because we're an hour and 19 minutes into it, but I feel like we've shown a lot, actually.
Yes, but I guess we haven't shown the sarcophagus, tombstones.
Oh yeah. See, that's why I have you here, is to help me remember all these things. So talk to me about the coffins and the sarcophaguses, sarcophagi.
Yeah.
Sarcophag. I don't know what the plural is for sarcophagus.
I guess sarcophagi.
Yeah.
For sarcophagi, something
Yeah.
like that. Okay. We got Green Ranger being the man again over there with his generosity, giving Soki Noor a subscription, and Static the White Wolf, who's got to be lurking in the chat. But thank you very much, Ranger. So Alrin Storm says she has raised the bar for modders too.
Well, thank you very much. But also Ambilight inspired me for the saw feature. So I really, really adored the pots where you can change the flowers by yourself, and this was which was really, really awesome, and which inspired me to, well, do something I like.
Fabulous. So there you go, modders, inspiring modders. And honestly, I've shared this individually with most of the people that I've had on this series, but I absolutely love you guys as a community. Like, as I have started to dive more and more into the interaction between modders and how much you guys help each other out, and the things that that you collaborate on. You guys are amazing. Amazing community to be a part of, and just makes me want to have more and more of you on the channel and highlight your mods for everybody to see. So that's just a big pat on the back to everybody in the mod community. Don't ever change, and keep loving on each other, for sure.
Yes, it's a really amazing community, and well, there are no dumb questions. Everyone starts at the beginning, and we were noobs once, and well, see where we got after a year or 1.5 years. So we improve, and we help each other, and we discuss each other, and we are there for the players and for our servers, and well, we inspire each other, and it's really great. It's a very unique form of collaboration also. I haven't seen that in any other game I've experienced so far. So yes,
I saw my bed.
You're great, guys.
I saw my bed. I was trying to get my bed out of the wall.
Ah, yes, there's the bed.
There is the bed, but it's it doesn't look like we can get it from there, so that's okay. All right, tombstones. We got quite a few different tombstones. This one is fabulous, absolutely beautiful. And then we've got some wrecked ones, and you can see this wrecked one. Looks kind of like it was wrecked from this, even though it's not, but very cool. Lids and things for broken sarcophaguses. You guys in chat, I'm sure those of you that are way more creative than I am, I know your wheels are turning right now looking at this going, oh yeah, I am going to make a crypt as soon as the stream's
Oh,
over.
yes.
So definitely want to see that as you guys kind of come together with that. Do need to go and say thank you to Green Ranger again for the 300 biddies, dude. You are amazing guy. Thank you so much for your generosity. So, talk to me. What do you want to say about the sarcophaguses and the coffins?
Well, it was also something I wanted to include into my sewers, some crypts, as you have said, and I really missed something like that in the original game. So I found some assets, likely in the Unreal Asset Store, and I thought this I really have to get into the game. And well, there were so many variations I could do, all these small pillars which you could add to the sarcophagi, and you can even make some stone altars with it. So yes, those are missing. We can probably spawn one right now. So let me see. Where is it? Altar. Cannot write any longer. And
I get that too, where I can't type. For those of you
so
in,
we got the really basic one. On the other side, you have some oh, I don't know what it's in English. You got some figures carved on the side. So
some
probably if you just
engravings, or
engraving, for example. So if you come to the other side, you can show it even better. So we have some of the praying girl statues and some swords on it. And yes, you can do quite a lot. Do your own altar, your own shrine together and in combination with statues in different sizes. So you're free to build your temple, your crypt, whatever you like.
Absolutely, awesome. Let's see. Bourbon says the only thing I would love to see modders do is to label their items so you could do searches that would list all the mods in the set. Watching this makes it so apparent I have missed so much. Bourbon, I totally get you. That's why when I load these mods up, I only load the mods that I'm showing. Every time I build on a brand new save, and it's only those mods, and then like Pippi, because Pippi doesn't have a whole lot of items, and I know what those are. But let me real quick just pull up the admin panel for you, and if you know, like, say most of the mods for, or most of the items for particular mod are in building. If you just scroll down, you should see all the mods, and then the little logo is going to tell you which mod it's from. Now, once you get other mods loaded in, I know this list gets crazy, but maybe that that helps you a little bit.
Yeah. And it's an agreement, I guess an unspoken agreement with you, the modders, to make it easier for people to differentiate which item comes from which mod, that we start to include a logo or a little sign, a border, a color, which you included for the border, and so that you can differentiate. And for SVS, as you said, there's a logo inside, and volume 2 got a little red 2 inside of the SVS logo, so you can also differentiate that one, because it's a very long list. And here you can also see we got very huge amount of variance. So you have different same stature in different sizes and different colors, and it's really great to have a feature like the SVS appearance widget, where you can configure items, shape, size, color yourself, and so we can reduce the amount of items in that list.
Ooh, I like that. I like the sound of that. 'Cause then you'd just be able to, what you're saying is you'd just be able to simply go and place a single item and then choose from many different styles and functions that currently are another item in the list.
Correctly. Only thing is that all configurable options are preset by me, so I make sure that textures looks nicely and that size and form and shape and whatever comes out to have a good visual look alike. So it could be, for example, if you got some low resolution texture, that it doesn't make sense to have a huge form of it because it just looks ugly. And I want to have my items to look very, very nicely. And there's also, for example, one thing I do for optimization of the mod size. I have some 4K textures, but I scale down everyone to 1K textures. It still looks nice, but it isn't that huge any longer. So you don't have a texture with a file size of, for example, 25 MB. You just got 600 kilobytes. So a very small amount. And this is why I'm able to do or to add that huge amount of items, but still the mod size doesn't explode.
Very cool. So what you're saying is it's going to take time to get all of those things sorted out to where they can be changeable, and so be patient, guys. It's also a lot of work. I'll make sure again that you guys have all the links to the Discord to support the mod financially if you'd like to, or just be involved. It's always fun to have people that are enjoying the mod or content. This is artwork. This is something that comes from the mind of the modder, and then comes into the game, and we get to use it, we get to enjoy it, but this is hours and hours and hours of work put in by Xenia. So definitely support them any way you can, whether that's just by telling them, hey, I love the mod, and here's what I built with it, share screenshots with them, or whether you can do more than that. Absolutely do that. So I'm over here by this cloth because we were just talking about that feature, and I figured you could just play in there, and I'll watch for a second.
Sure. For example, you find out you placed a cloth and you doesn't like the color, you like green better. It's absolutely fine. Or you probably think about well, I don't know, if you got some nail on the wall, for example, and just let me get the rotation right. And yes, I have to apply and move it a little bit. So yes, it just takes a short time where you see it on the screen. And so you can really grab your clothes to the wall, for example, if you like to.
Oh, that is awesome. And I'm actually just grabbing a few links for chat while you're doing that. That is going to be the Discord link for SVS, and then also the Steam page for SVS. Do you have your PayPal linked on your Steam page?
Yes, I guess it's
okay,
somewhere
fantastic.
on the bottom of it.
Ranger Green, will you just go ahead and grab that link and put it in the chat? That would be fabulous if you would do that for me. I would appreciate it. So, what else do we have?
Cobwebs.
Cobwebs. I only placed one. Did you see where I placed it?
Yes, I do.
I wonder if
you should.
chat noticed it. Did you notice the cobweb there, chat? Anybody notice that? I actually have some spiders.
Slime web, but.
Oh, this is a slime web? Okay, well, you're gonna have to show me. Teach me.
So just let me grab some cobwebs.
There's a spider back there as well. And I actually, let me take you guys up here. Let me show you a couple of things you may have missed. So spiders on the walls here and here. And then, did anybody notice little chick down here? He's currently munching on the faces of the dead, you know, just in there. Black spooter, get it away. Let's see, where else did I put little things while that's going on? We got a little lizard here, just hanging out. I actually forgot about a lot of the places I ended up putting some of these little Easter eggs in here. There's another lizard there. Another one right there. Very fun.
Setting up some cobwebs. And we even got some cobwebs. Oh gosh, I cannot type. And spiders on it. Replaced. There we go. So if you come out, you might... you're already...
Yeah, already out, checking it out.
Okay.
Maldrian, hello. Thank you for joining the stream. Good to see you. Pixel Cave says, great showcase as always. Thanks for giving the modders a spotlight and sharing the love. See you later. Have a great day, Pixel Cave. We'll catch you next time. Lisa Gamble.
Have to make sure.
Lisa Gamble says all these little animal placeables are awesome. I totally agree. Even the crows that are kind of around are placeable. And then if we actually go back in here, there's a crow in a cage right there. You can see that's super cute and cool. And ooh, black spooters. All right.
You don't have to be afraid of spiders.
This is true. This is true. All right,
Yeah,
so...
Like even move a little bit if you go more in front of them.
All right, chat, we're going to creep people out, I'm sure. The little spiders. I know I saw this guy move a little earlier, I think. Yeah, you can see him kind of wiggling back and forth. Easier to see it without all the web movement, but they do kind of wiggle in there. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, Stormy is hiding. It's all good, Stormy. I get you. So this is super fun, right? Because I like to tell stories about stuff, right? So, you know, when we started the live stream, we were talking about how people would come and they'd get their food prepared here and they'd sit down and, you know, have their meal and maybe pick out something to take home, right? And cook at home. Now you can see that spiders have taken over, and the only one interested in eating anything in the area happens to be the dog and the little chick there, because the spider invasion happened.
Correctly.
So, I'm guessing, is this a workbench that we have here? This is a spider nest.
Decoration. Yes,
Ew.
for course, all the spiders have to have an origin where they come from. So sure, there must be a nest.
Yes, that's really well done and creepy, and exactly what I expect out of a spider nest, honestly. Let's see. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Nevermore. Can't do it. Has anyone done the ghosts that you see scattered around the various emote sites as placeables? It's a good question, Sir Eggbot. So, do you know? You don't have any ghosts in your mod, correct?
No,
No. Okay.
not at the current time. I don't know if I will come up with some ghost-like thingies later on. We will see. I don't know.
Very cool. Stormbringer actually says, "Oh, gross." Never saw that one before. So, it's good that we're doing this because showing people that have been using the mod that there's more in there. I've seen that quite a few times in chat today that they just haven't found everything that you've done, which is amazing.
Also talk to your admin and let them set side books for you so that you're able to do so.
Yeah. If you need help with your admin, send them to this video. Tell them, hey, go look at every, like there is so much more than what we get. Come check this video out and see all that stuff, and hopefully that'll help you.
Correct. And if your admin gets trouble to set it up, there's a huge manual I wrote, and it's very detailed, and well, it explains everything about the mod.
Yes. Very good. And you actually told me you are currently updating that manual. Is that right?
It already is. It already is.
See, that's what happens in a day. In a day, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where
I like to have it update.
Where can people find this manual?
Well, it's linked within the Steam page.
Okay.
So there's directly on top some headline with manual, and the link is directly below. So the link will be valid for all upcoming updates of the manuals. So you just have to remember that link, and you will always have the most recent version of the manual. And also you can find a very huge list with all the recipes of all items, and you can see which item belongs to which feat, which recipe is needed, which workstation is needed. It also gives some background, what was my idea to design an item at some items I was able to edit, and also you will find explanations how to use items, how to remove items, what might be obstacles, for example, fountains as using emitter system. It is not recommended to have thousands of fountains in a very small spot, because that may bring your server to lag. But if you're using features responsible, you're absolutely fine to use.
Awesome. And I am actually bringing, I'm just grabbing your link for everything. So here is, let's see if that actually copied over properly.
And, we got a question from Mondo247. That a penguin and turtle on the fountain? Yes, they are.
All right, so there's the link to PayPal, although you can find that link on the Steam page as well. So if you guys want to do any donating and support your friendly modder, absolutely do that. And then here's the turtle, and there is the penguin. Let me get you a better look at the penguin, because penguin is pretty awesome.
Yes, this fountain was especially designed to give a foundation to statues to be placed on. Because I have some fountains, for example, with an Decorative statue on place, or a panther, and people like the idea to well design it a little bit more individually, and so here we are.
Sure. So we could do all sorts of things with that little area up there. But personally, I really just loved the penguin. So that's his
It
palace.
r Yes, it really fits to the northern area with all the snow and ice. And I've seen some screenshots depicting some penguins' nest and on the frozen sea and frozen lake, and it looks awesome.
Yes, absolutely. Loves the ocean says now I have to have a penguin. Yes, absolutely. Penguin is amazing. Stormy penguin belongs there. Death Cult Gaming. I just wish I could hug you. I just wish it could hug you. That's absolutely awesome. And Arch, all hail the penguin. Yes.
Oh, my
Fabulous.
penguin.
Yes, it's amazing the thing that you put in there, and it touches people, touches people's lives, and the way they play the game, and whatnot. So the penguin's awesome. My personal favorites, honestly, are the little baby chicks are just fabulous, and the foxes. Those are going to be top of my list. But penguins are my spirit animal along with the otters. Absolutely awesome, fabulous. Well, I think we're in a position where we could wrap it up, keep it nice and short for people that couldn't join live, and go from there. So, chat, this is the time where I'm going to switch it over to the chat screen. We're going to focus 100% on what you are saying in the chat. So, anything that you want to ask questions, show love, anything like that. I do have a couple of things that I am going to read to you, Senza. So, got to do that.
Well,
And then if you have anything that you want to say as well, you can absolutely do that.
well, I really, really love Conan Exiles. It's well, it gives you so much possibilities for roleplay, and well, playing since beta, and I guess I will continue till, well, there is no Conan Exile support officially, I guess. So I will play as long as it is available, and I really, really love Conan Exiles.
Fabulous.
So thank you very much, Funcom, for doing the game.
Let's see, Mondo question: when I donate through Steam, does she get the full amount, or does Steam take a percentage? I believe that's a PayPal link on there, but
yeah, correct. So PayPal will take some percentage, but of course, if you want to donate via Steam, feel free to help in my Discord and send me some, I don't know, Steam games or whatever, or codes for the wallet. Sure.
awesome. Let's see.
As you like.
Absolutely. Freddy Krueger says, thank you for your work, Xenia. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
And
I hope you enjoy the mods and have fun with it.
I have a message that someone sent me here on Discord. And it's actually from Shupa. I'm sure you're familiar with who that is.
Yes, sure I am.
So for those of you that are in chat, if you don't know who Shupa was on our last mod showcase, showing off Northern Timber. But Shupa said that You have a great workflow for managing tables via Excel import. Still haven't fully wrapped my head around it. She is incredibly humble and infinitely patient. You must talk to her about the web cleanup tool. I forget what it's called, for removing placeable cobwebs.
Yeah, it's not the FogX, it's the WebX. I call it. It works the same as the fire extinguisher or the FogX. So simply put it into your shortcut bar, aim, and the items are removed to your inventory.
Aim and shoot. Fabulous. Stormy says, I couldn't live without SVS. It really lets us expand on ideas.
That's great to hear.
Green Ranger or Ranger Green, depending on what platform he's on, says, thank you for your amazing mod and to Whack for the amazing content. You are very welcome, sir.
Yes, so I guess this is the place and the time where I also have to thank you very much, Whack, for showing my mod and that we have so much fun here and had such a great time. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. You've been an amazing guest, and I'm grateful to have you on. So thank you for coming on as well. Bourbon says, another awesome and instructional live stream. Thank you. Thank both of you. I will definitely be joining the SVS support team. Absolutely fabulous, Bourbon. Glad to hear that. Bourbon's a great guy in the community, loves getting in depth with mods. I've seen a lot of the things that he shares with the community, so he'll be a good asset for you over there on Discord. Loves the ocean, says, how cute, feed him a skelly bone. Yes, absolutely. We will feed him a skelly bone right after the live stream. Jen says, such an amazing mod, Senya. So, all the love coming in. Mondo, I wish I had your dedication. Fantastic work. Mod looks awesome. Thank you for your time and hard work. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words, Mondo.
Yes, I appreciate it very much.
Let's see. What else do we got? Legion Daddy. Take lead design on the next official DLC. So pleased that the console. So yeah, I like it, man. I like where you're going, Legion. They could definitely reach out and see what kind of work they could do together. I agree. That would be very, very cool. Jen, have a good day at work. Good to see you.
Yes. Have a nice day.
Lisa Gamble says, this mod is so amazing. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to more. And thanks, Whack, for the awesome stream. Thank everybody for coming and hanging out. You guys are absolutely amazing. So I do have to, I've got to go back and give multiple shout outs to Ranger Green coming in with 900 bits. Coming in with another 2 gifted subs and then another 1,000 bits on top of that. Dude, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Xenia, it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you today.
Yes, I just can return the words, and I hope we can repeat it someday. So probably when Volume 2 got bigger, got more content, which we can show, or probably if there's a Volume 3, who knows?
Yeah, I would love that. That sounds fantastic. We will definitely stay in contact, and when that happens, we will make this happen again. So, other than that, I think we're ready to wrap it up, unless you have anything else you want to say to the viewers or in the video.
No, feel free to wrap it up.
Okay, fantastic. Again, thank you guys all for coming, showing support to the stream, and checking out the very awesome things that are in this mod. Definitely go check out the Discord. See if there's any info there or any help that you can be over there, as well as check out the mods if you don't have them already. For those of you that saw new and exciting things in this mod, first of all, I'm going to apologize up front for the amount of time that you are about to spend diving into more building. Hopefully you enjoy that. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up the video. So, again, thank you all. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Shout out to all my YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. Y'all are absolute legends. I'd like to thank everyone for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you could start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified on my next upload. There's a couple of videos on the screen. You can follow me over there to continue the conversation.